Hi, I'm Jennet Ingle, the 5-Minute Reedmaker. I'm responding today to a question from Anish about getting a recalcitrant cane to vibrate. On the one hand, I can't possibly sympathize. My cane is all awesome, all the time. Okay, that's dumb. Of course, some pieces of cane are harder than others. Of course, it's sometimes difficult to get down to the good part of the cane. Of course, sometimes it just ultimately won't work. But I always proceed from the position that nearly every piece of cane is gonna be a reed if I can just react to it and give it what it needs. So here are my main thoughts. First, the obvious troubleshooting that I'm sure was not Anish's particular problem. Is your reed overwound? A reed that has been wound past the end of the tube, where you can measure and see if your thread goes up past 47 millimeters, will very often not vibrate or not vibrate properly. And this is almost always a fatal flaw. It's not the cane's fault, it's your fault. Try again. Second, is it just not scraped enough yet? Very often students will show me a reed that looks pretty good. I can see all of its component parts, but overall it's just too massive still to do anything. If your reed is absurdly open, or crazy long still, like over 72 millimeters, just don't try to assess it yet. Just keep scraping. Here's the interesting part though. Every piece of cane is hardest near the bark, and it gets progressively softer as you move deeper into the wood. So there's a balance as you gouge, right? I don't want a super thick gouge because I don't want to have to do the work of scraping all that bulk away, and also because I want my reed to be mostly made up of the hardest, strongest cane, which is found closest to the bark. But with some batches of really hard cane, sometimes that material that's right up by the bark is too hard to work with. Sometimes it won't vibrate because it's so tight and awesome. If that's the case in a batch I'm working with, I might gouge a little bit thicker. If the cane is basically soft, I'll gouge thinner, so I'm working with this stuff more. This aspect of reed making is always a little bit of a balancing act. Like you try some cane from your batch, then you know what you need to do, then you try adjusting your gouge. Let's look now at a real reed. This is on fairly hard cane, gouged fairly thick. I have some specific strategies to get this vibration moving without sacrificing the structure of your reed. First, I'm taking off cane pretty aggressively, right? Because I know that what I have here is a thick gouge and strong cane. When I clip, I'm clipping the tiniest amount possible, always. And this guy, so heavy all the way through, not vibrating even a little bit yet. The first thing I'm going to do, before I really put in my structure, before I put in my rooftop, I'm going to do more long scrape at the tip. Just a vertical scrape from maybe the top of the heart area straight out to the tip. I'm on the right plane and the left plane of the reed, but I'm not trying to put in a structured rooftop because that is a thing that we use to stop vibrations. I want to encourage them. So although this is still rock hard and I can feel that it's a monster back here, I've got vibration now. Now that I've got some semblance of a crow, I can put in the rooftop, which now is pretty easy because my top area is already thin. Coming together. Before I touch the heart, because of course that's always our problem, right? We go to the heart too quickly when the thing doesn't vibrate, and then the reed falls apart before it even really gets started. So instead I'm going to go to the windows first and take out the wood behind the heart. I'm really not trying to leave a gigantic wall back here at this point, because again, I know that my cane is hard and my cane is thick. So as always, I scrape to that point, I stop, but I'm trying not to leave a massive wall. Then finally, it's time to look at the heart. I do that last. Even if I don't have good vibration yet, I do that last. As I look at this heart, I can see really clearly that there's shiny cane still on the sides, on the rails where I don't want it. And I can also see that the quality of the cane in the middle of the heart is just a little different than the cane down here. At the tip and in the windows, I've really scraped into the good part of the cane, the soft part. But up here in the heart, I'm still looking at that sort of chalkier quality cane, the stuff that's just immediately below the bark. And I want to get rid of that. Sometimes with a lot of cane, you can hear that under your knife. So listen, see if you can hear when I get rid of the bad cane and move into the good cane. There's a real scratchy quality to the bark and to that cane right below the bark, which goes away as I get into the nicer stuff. Hear how my scrape just got quiet as I went? That was what I wanted. So let's see what I've done now. It's vibrating really easily. Clip it back. And there's a reed in there. Now, I do want to say, if I needed to scrape more in the heart after this, because I know that I know that this cane isn't going to vibrate easily, because I know that my tendency is going to be to take too much out of the heart, and I've already taken a lot. After this, I'm probably going to scrape channels rather than all the way across the heart. Just a little bit here and here, if I need to lessen resistance without losing structure. All right, let's see if I've got a reed. It's not finished, but it's vibrating. When you're working with hard cane that really doesn't want to vibrate, one strategy is to gouge a little bit thicker so that there's more of the softer cane available to you to use. And another strategy is to make sure that you get vibration at the tip before you start moving backward, even if that means getting some of the material of the heart out of the way sooner than you would expect. That long scrape that I did from here all the way up to the top really opened this reed up for me. Strategy three is make sure that you're getting through the bark area, which sometimes can last a while, and through that chalky cane right below the bark to get to your better, softer, more quality cane. I certainly hope that this has been helpful to you. This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker lesson. You can follow these short videos right here on YouTube or on my Facebook page, Jennet Ingle Oboist, and subscribe to them if you wish. If you have questions or concerns, or you want to order reeds or cane or tools, you can find me at jennetingle.com. In fact, I would love to hear what else I can help you with and what my next short video should address for you. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.